Hey there and happy Tuesday. So I'm coming a little bit later. I actually went on a little farm errand with my husband. He needed to run about an hour away to Mankato and get a special radiator hose. And so I said, you know what? I will go and do that with you. So that's the perks of being flexible with my schedule some days, not all days. So what I have here is I need to get back to some of the like Waterside retreat, that bundle and things like that. Just summer isn't winding down. It just feels like we are in the thick of it, and I want to get some of these projects and inspiration to you because especially the Waterside retreat makes great scrapbooking, like images and those little accent pieces that are just really fun to have on there too. And so I wanted to show you today's card to show you how that goes together. I know I did a card a while back with this, and actually I'll show you a similar card, and I'll probably post both of the video that I'm doing and the still shot of this other card. So not too long ago, but it's been a while. Let me get my light better here. I did a card similar to this with this arch being the basic gray, basic gray and such. And so I basically just took that card that was done in all neutral gray tones and then made it into this one with pecan pie, crumb cake and such too. So today is your day. Did a white chair with this again, put a nice relaxing book there, have a great birthday. And so I will post this one with the supplies used because this is kind of different here. Hopefully I can find what I used for this. And yeah, because I couldn't find it. Well, wait a minute. Maybe just such a thing. Here it is. Ha! I forgot about these papers. Sometimes I'm so good at remembering to do that. Okay, so here we have this, with the Country Woods Designer Series paper. So I'm just going to give that just a hold there. So if you want to screenshot that, that is what goes with this card. I'm not making it today because recently maybe it's been 2 months, but I did one that was gray and I felt like it's too similar. I didn't want to do a whole nother video in that, but just kind of wanted to show you that. And then, whoops, I'm trying to think if I have. Yes, I have this one. And this is what I'm actually going to be using today. So I'm going to give you this. It's going to go with this card, but here I'm just going to hold this one still, relaxing Waterside with peaceful pine kind of being the color that is the focal point for today's project. All right, so I've got this, and it's a little bit of a fun fold, which I know you guys like, and the relaxing Waterside bundle. You can just take and stamp the entire chair, color it in how you want, or just leave it. If you've stamped it in a color and want to leave it like that, you can do that too. Some nice greenery, some like seagrass or like the willows that grow alongside the water and such, and some nice birds, nice sentiments. And then you can make your own chair, or you can cut out that big chair too with the die. And all those other little pieces have the dies that go with. So just kind of giving you a update on, oh yeah, that's relaxing Waterside. I know a lot of you say that's so helpful when I show different things so that you don't have to get out your catalog if you don't have it handy. And then you can work right alongside me mentally because you don't know what I'm doing ahead of time usually. Okay, so to start today's card, what I've done is just taken, like normally a card opens, this way, it's got the full front. And so for this, what I did, let me just see how much I cut off here. Yes, that's what I thought, but I just wanted to remeasure. I just cut off 1.25 inches. And then for this extra piece, this is also 1.25 inches, but I'm scooting it in about just approximately 1/4 inch so that when this folds, as you can see here, all you see is the fish. A lot of times, cards will pop up, and I just wanted to make sure that that fish was all the way over. So just having that extra 1/4 inch allows that, and it still leaves plenty of room with the very vanilla for the inside also. So I think what I'm going to do is just put all of the base layers down first. So we've got, like I said, this opening this way with the 1.5 or 1.25 inch cut off of that. And then this is cut 5 1/4 by 3 inches. And that is from the Waterside Retreat Designer Series paper. And as you can see from the back side, remember just recently I made a card with those seagulls. So this is obviously the back side of that. So there's some of these papers that have more seagulls than others, but this is a really good pattern too. So I'm so glad that I got a lot of this paper because I love both sides so much. Okay, and then I'm just going to go ahead and put this one down also. And then this one, like I said, measures 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. So I'm just going to kind of put that up and eye that about 1/4 inch all the way around like so. Okay. And then, you know what? Let's do some stamping. That way I can get this one done too. So I'm going to open up my Peaceful Pine ink pad. And from the stamp set, there's so many good things. There is Today is Your Day, Have a Great Birthday. There's Relax, Dad. I think I'm going to put Have a Great Birthday because we always need a lot of guy birthday cards and sometimes it's hard to come up with ideas and such. So I'm going to put that one on, and then I'm also going to ink up with I'm only using this one ink pad color, the whole card. Relax, and where did I leave my little thing here? Hopefully I have not lost it. Here we go. Okay, so this is actually from the Nested Essentials dies, and it's one of the smallest ones of the rectangular stitched there. And I like this because it just frames the relax so well. So I'm just going to stamp that there. So yeah, it just is perfect for that. This would also make a great retirement card too. And let's see, is there anything else? Yes, let's stamp a book. I have a card on my sample, so I'll do the opposite. Just going to stamp the book here like so. I've been on a reading frenzy, so it's kind of been fun to catch up on some books that I wanted to do. So since my sample has the coffee cup here, I thought it would be nice to put the book for the opposite. All right, so now we can get to work on kind of assembling the rest of the card. It comes together really pretty quick and easy. Since this has a pattern and my chair that I'm going to assemble for you has a lot of little pieces, I kind of felt like I needed something to put the assembled chair on to make it just kind of pop and come together. So from that Winnie the Pooh, the Silly Old Bear suite, they have those great frames. So what I did is just cut out the frame, one of the frames that kind of best match the size of the chair. And then this I'm just going to put down with some adhesive and such, and put that on kind of down a little bit lower on here because I want my chair on that and I don't want my chair to look like it's floating in the air. Okay, so now let's assemble the chair. This one's really easy to assemble. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue there and a little bit of glue here, like so. And then, see if I can do this on the camera here. Just gonna slide, see these two pieces, glue there, glue here, and then I'm just going to go like that and like that. And sometimes people are like, oh my goodness, how would you know to do that when I come to your classes? Well, don't worry, I'm at the classes too. And so I help everybody with this. It is a joy for me to help others. And then I think like with the chair, once people see that, like, oh, that's not bad at all to put that together. And then I just add a little run of glue here and a couple dots on the armrest. And I'm gonna put my glue away. Love my little pick tool here, so I can just pick that up and then lay that right on top of my glue. And then got my armchair cover here, kind of, and this is, I'm going to show you with just one on, because a lot of times people are like, this little thing on the top, do I need that? Well, the chair just like kind of looks blah, and this is what gives it that 3D effect. I mean, especially on camera, you can even see it. It looks like it comes straight out and goes down. No, this is all flat, you guys. But just putting this little tiny kind of like, almost looks like a putter, like on a golf club, like that. Just putting that on top like so, letting that dry. Then that is all we need to do to put our chair together. So if you like that color, that's great. And like I said, the other card that I'm not making for you today has the white chair. I think that's so fun. And I know that these chairs come in all different colors, so you can make all sorts of different projects with different colored chairs. It'd be fun to have a card with like 3 different colors all lined up too. I'm going to let that just dry for 1 second, and then I'm going to take the time to cut out our book here. So let me grab my machine and the right die here. Make sure I'm not grabbing my coffee cup because I'm going to do my book here. All right, now this is ready to cut out. And then all I have to do is pop all of these pieces up on my card, and it'll be assembled in no time at all. All right, so for this, since things are pretty intricate, I have my mini dimensionals to pop things up. So I'm just gonna grab like one here, and one here, and one here. And since this is pretty intensely small up there, sometimes what I like to do is just take and cut a little sliver here. Not often do I have projects that are this tiny and such. I'm just gonna put that up there against one, and I think that's going to be good enough, just so that it has something to kind of rest against. I'm going to take off the little sticker tops here, like so. All right, and now I can put this on my card. I can put up just a little bit, so kind of resting there. And like I said, now that frame becomes important because it kind of grounds the project. And then my relax here, I can just use some regular dimensionals to pop up this, just a couple of those. And I love the relax to go with the chair. I'm just going to tuck that here so you can still see the relax. I want to keep it all on this part of the panel of the card, since it's a little bit skinnier. And then the book has about just enough space for one dimensional to fit on there perfectly. And then that's going to just kind of sit upside down, like I fell asleep and my book just plopped there. I'm almost at the end of a book, and last night that kind of happened to me, like it just kind of almost like fell on my face on my Kindle. All right, now for the inside, this piece is also, let me just double check. I'm glad I did. I was going to say 3 inches. It's 2.75 by 5 1/4. And that I'm just going to kind of butt up against the edge of that previous piece of the 1.25 by 5 1/4. All right. Have a great birthday. There's the relax. And then we do need to add a couple accent pieces. So when I did this card originally for a class, the Dear Dots was available, and I loved the green here because the green in there, actually this was such a great set of accents or embellishments, because not only was it for Christmas, which it doesn't look too Christmassy at all, but it's great for floral things or birthday things. I loved this, and so I was glad that it stuck around as long as it did. And then the green is just a little off from the, like, one shade from the Peaceful Pine. So when it comes to adding an accent like that, then it still like pops up and shows up. But we have also a lot of different choices for like metallic or brassy looking accents too. So I think that would look really nice and rustic and masculine for this card as well. So there you have Relax. Have a great birthday, and hopefully you enjoy this inspiration. Like I said, it's a great time to be putting together cards like this. And I know you guys always like a little fun fold. A lot of times my classes, I try and have one fun fold if I can. Nothing too serious or too hard or complicated, because a lot of times some people are like, I don't even like a fun fold, and those that love them like at least get a little fix here too when they come to classes. So like I said, I will post this picture next for a Facebook, or just for, yeah, like the still shot. And then the other card that I just featured too with the recipe. And that way you guys can see the link for the 2 different projects. And hopefully that gives you some fun inspiration. And I will be back again tomorrow with some more lakey looking inspiration. So take care, stay cool. Bye-bye.